already. This is pretty exciting.
I know people like visuals, so if you'd like to see what the fellows look like, I did a blog, i95rock.com yesterday, and there's a split screen of the two of them. Explains a little bit about them. But our first finalist in the studio with us right now from Bethel, Connecticut. Peter, now you got to help me with the pronunciation of your last name. I should know it because I graduated high school with your sister.
Yeah, absolutely, no problem. It's LaFlush.
Okay, so we had it right.
You had it right.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
We're just checking. That's all.
It's a little interesting. I understand.
Well, welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming
It's
in.
nice to be here.
Yeah, very tall.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Since you're going first, you're first in the fire.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is give you a piece of advice. I'm going to tell you how to win this thing.
Okay, so that's good.
You be honest to me.
Yeah, no
right?
problem.
Don't lie to me because I'll know.
Yeah.
Because I'm a liar.
You got me hooked up to this machine too, so that always helps.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. You're an artist.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I went to school at Pratt for a while. I went to school at Purchase as well. I was in my first big show on Madison Avenue a few days after I turned 30 years old. Sold a nice big piece to a famous actor and made some good money off of that.
Who's the actor?
He's actually the guy from 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Paul Rudd?
The black guy in it from 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Oh,
who,
yeah. What's his face?
Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah.
Very funny guy.
Names.
He's funny.
Hilarious. Yeah,
he's
also in the show Weeds, too. It's a good dude.
Love the guy.
That's very cool. So I understand that you're engaged to be married.
Yes, I am.
What an idiot.
I'm a very lucky man. She's actually the reason why I'm doing so well right now. So it's a very lucky dude.
Really?
Yeah. I tend to keep you on track. Ethan, you have a question?
Yes, I do. What is your greatest professional achievement?
I thought he just told us.
Oh, yeah, I would say it was definitely that. The show on Madison Avenue. It was the 76 in Madison. I mean, I was a block and a half away from the Whitney Museum, so for me to be there when I had so many difficulties with my teachers in college, it definitely was a proud moment.
But you probably don't just paint. Well, what do you do outside of work?
I go to the gym, go on hikes and things like that. Love to cook. Have barbecues all the time. I actually used to cook for Bernard's in Richfield.
Wow. That's a triple A.
He's a well-rounded guy. He's not like us.
Do you like quiet walks on the beach?
As long as my fiance's with me.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with it.
All right, let's see. Let's get into a good one here. What's the oldest broad you ever slept with?
This is
I told you to be honest.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mine had a walker.
Yeah, she was 42.
All right. Okay. When did you lose your virginity? We're just digging in now.
I'd say it's 16.
All right. That's not bad.
All right.
Yeah. When did you lose yours?
Huh? When?
Yeah. 44?
Have you ever been arrested? And for what?
Oh, jeez. How much time do you guys have?
Who was your first love?
My first love?
Yeah.
This girl named Marie from high school.
Yeah. Well, what year?
Oh, God, I was sophomore.
So that explains the virginity thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I graduated with your sister in 97. What year did you graduate?
2001.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You graduated in 2001?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
This is on my interview sheet, so I'm just going to read it. I don't know who's responsible for this question.
Oh, wonderful.
Go ahead.
And this is how it reads. Ever get gay? Question mark.
Ever get? No, I haven't gotten gay. I am in the art field, so I have to say I am around it, but
what kind of
I haven't gotten
is
gay.
I don't know who wrote this, okay? I was just handed a sheet
going,
this morning.
Joey. So I'll follow that up with a question. Would you ever consider a threesome?
And he's not asking to be involved in it.
No.
Just to be clear.
Well, thank you very much for the offer. Yeah.
No,
I
not
heard the
offer.
earlier segment. Yeah. You know what? Honestly, since I am engaged to be married, no.
It's a
could
world
say
of
no.
hurt.
Yeah,
no,
it's a bad idea.
You don't want to mess something like that up.
No.
This question is specifically for you, being that you're an artist. And by the way, you brought a painting in with you. It's cool stuff. Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
Have you ever painted a nude person?
Yes,
like
I have.
a nude model.
Yeah, never finished the painting, but yeah, I have.
You got distracted. Did you get aroused?
Yeah, well, you know what? It depends upon. I've been in front of a bunch of nudes, and when I was in school down in Brooklyn at Pratt, we used to get a lot of the crackheads off the street.
Sure.
Crackheads.
So yeah. By the end of the time that you're done doing these guys are shaking and asking for their checks. So it's a little difficult to try and get a likeness of them when they're shaking like that.
Where do you even go? Is there like a
clue.
crackhead cashing depot or something?
You know, the thing is, I wonder where they keep their IDs.
Right.
That's a good question.
I know from the crackheads. They're always digging around in my car in Milford.
Oh, there you go.
Lou, do you have any questions that don't involve nudity at all?
No, not really. Let's see. Let's skip that question.
All right.
What did your parents do for a living?
Oh, my parents, good people, hippies. You know, my dad worked for Con Edison, and my mom is a shiatsu therapist and ran meditation groups out of the house and had shamans come from all over the world to teach classes and things like that.
Really are hippies.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
like Meet the Fockers.
I know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, that's what everybody calls it. My dad's got a mix of red from that '70s show in him too.
Oh, that's
so,
cool.
Yeah,
Foot in the ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
Yeah, all the time, foot in the ass.
And your final question for this segment: Donald Trump, yes or no?
Oh God, no.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely no. Yeah.
You just made Ethan a happy man.
God, man.
It's huge. All right, so we're going to come back now with Mike Harris. Peter's going to stay with us, of course,
Right.
in the studio. After we interview Mike, we're going to open the phones. Ethan is going to get on the phones like one of those ladies at a telethon and start doing a tally while I keep the guys
Probably
busy.
could have just
with
said,
those
I'll get
seckies.
on the phones, we'll take the votes. You know what I'm saying?
Gaziza. All right,
Okay.
so hang there.
What does Gaziza mean?
I have no idea.
7:52, Ethan and Lou. Be right back.
Hey, hockey
Phase
fan.
2?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
You all right
yeah. I had too much coffee. From Beacon Falls, Connecticut, in the studio with us right now, finalist Mike Harris joins the show. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Morning, guys. How you doing?
Good. Welcome to the studio. First of all, I mean, these guys, their stature. How tall are you?
I'm 6'5".
6'5", and Pete?
Just over 6'7".
Yeah, so these two horsemen of the apocalypse. I was wondering where the other two are. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm originally from Buffalo, New York. I currently serve as Associate Director of Strength and Conditioning at Yale University. I just got back from Providence with Yale men's basketball.
Nice.
And first NCAA win in school history. And we lost to Duke by 7 points. And got a fiance, Nicole. Hopefully listening on the radio in Beacon Falls.
When you called into the show and you said you were a strength and conditioning coach, I remember the question I asked you was, are you like one of those guys? Because there's YouTube videos. I think I've showed you, Ethan. I'm sure you forgot already. These strength and conditioning coaches, they get more hype than the players. They will smash sticks over their heads, over each other's backs. They go crazy. Do you do this stuff?
So some of them, there's always people that kind of give you a tough name.
Right.
I don't exactly hit myself or other people with sticks.
Right.
I do get a little crazy, and that's part of the enthusiasm of the job. I actually have a really good photo when last year we beat UConn at a last-second three-pointer. I accidentally jumped onto the court, and so there's a photo of me with my jaw dropped on the edge of the court next to the kid who just hit the three. So we get very lively about it all, but at the same time, I keep myself composed, especially when I'm representing an institution like Yale.
When he walked in the room, you thought Rob Gronkowski.
I
right?
did, yes.
His Gronk time. Do you get that a lot?
I do, yeah. It's it's not a bad thing. I hope I'm a little more intellectual.
Yeah. And let me ask you, from Buffalo originally, what's wrong with people in Buffalo? There's something definitely wrong.
We
with
like
them.
beer.
There's something seriously wrong with them.
People in Buffalo like beer.
Okay.
The men and the women
Yeah.
both like beer. Very close to Canada, so there's a lot of 19-year-olds that are able to drink around there. And Buffalo, luckily, is actually really reviving right now. They're pouring a ton of money into downtown, and with all the major sports teams, it's a really good area to be around, believe it or not.
What's that ring that Pam was in the studio and you were showing her a ring? Tell us about that.
So this is from St. Louis Cardinals. We lost the World Series to the Boston Red Sox 2013. I was working with their farm system, so I was down in Florida, did spring training with them, and then I worked with their single-A rookie ball team and their rehab players.
Wow.
So guys like Oscar Tavares, who passed away last year.
Right.
When he was down, when he had an ankle problem, I was down there working with him.
What is the oldest broad you've ever slept with? Be honest.
So currently right now, my fiance is 28, so it's her. But
You're lying.
I would say when I was, she's gonna hit me. When I was 17.
17, you say?
It was someone who was 27.
Ah, look at that. That's good. He's got MILF Magnet written all over him, right? I mean, we needed a mop when Pam left the studio. She was out of control. She lost her mind.
Right.
She was climbing all over the guys.
Exactly.
We got a great picture we're going to...
You know what? We do. We have a great picture of these two guys with Pam.
Yeah.
You were just the exact opposite.
Meaning?
Meaning when you were 35, 36, you were going out with,
The Teen Beat crowd.
younger chicks.
Yeah, Erica loves when you bring that up.
Uh-huh.
When did you lose your virginity, Mike?
Actually, also like Pete when I was 16.
16. Okay.
Look at that. Have you ever been arrested, and for what?
I have not. Pulled over plenty of times.
Right.
Actually, I lived in Chicago for a year, and I drove with my car with a missing headlight and expired registration for almost an entire year. And I got away with it somehow.
That's good. All right, and a disclaimer again on this question. I don't know who wrote it, but it's on my interview sheet.
You're going to ask him this question?
Ever get gay, question mark.
I've never gotten gay.
All right.
What are they going to say?
I don't... Listen, man, I read the questions.
And who wrote the question?
The producer.
We don't have a producer.
I know. Let's see. You want to ask him a question?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
How many college athletes actually do steroids?
This is a great question.
That is a good question. I think I I think that it is not necessarily an uncommon thing. It's not something that you necessarily talk about besides educating. So I don't go and ask people if they've done steroids or if they do steroids. But
you don't want to know, probably.
Well, you want to know that the athletes are safe. So I'll talk to people about the repercussions of steroids. And even when I played, I thought about doing it, and I mentioned it to my father, who was like, "But you want to be a healthy older adult, so maybe don't be stupid."
Right.
And I'm not saying that doing steroids is stupid, because some people who really know how to do it and how to take precautionary measures are smart about it. But for personal reasons, I'm like, yeah, that's really smart.
Well, my thing with steroids was always not the health risks, because you see people every single day, they eat too much, I smoke, drink too much, so nobody cares about their health, if we're being honest. But you grow giant female breasts later in life. That's my biggest concern. Is walking around with D's. You know what I'm saying?
You don't need the boobs. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And they would look awkward. I know a guy who has like female breasts, but they're all covered in hair. It's very confusing for the mind.
I have another serious question for Mike. Have you ever been involved in a threesome?
I have not, no.
Ooh, real quick with that answer.
Yeah, well, I was lucky enough to go second, so I heard all this stuff. Hopefully I answered that just as quick as if I
he had prep time on that.
What a surprise.
What did your parents do for a living?
My father is a security printer at Ash & Potter in Buffalo, New York. Okay. And he also worked at Buffalo News Press for a very long time. And my mother is unemployed. She broke her back in 1995. So she's, dealt with a lifetime of surgery. She actually has to get a couple more surgeries in Cleveland coming up. She's had, I think it's up to like 17 surgeries between her back and her neck and whatnot.
All right, Mike Harris, one more question for you. Donald Trump, yes or no?
I want to make America great again.
Oh, look at that.
Is that what I think it means? We got it
split right down the middle. I could have pegged that answer. They both answered differently on that one, and I knew what the answers were going to be before it happened. This is good stuff. I actually think that we, for once in our lives, Ethan, did a good job. I mean, we picked the two most interesting guys that actually applied for this.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
I would say so, yes. I didn't know that one of the qualifications was they had to be over 6'5".
Right. But it's weird. They have a lot in common, but they're also very different people. So you guys have a decision to make. The phone number is 203-775-9595.
This is when you call and you vote, because it's up to you guys,
You have to call now, and there's a huge prize pack on the line. There is no second place. There's no runner-up prize.
Right.
We just kick your ass out of the studio because you're a loser.
Give the number again.
One winner, 203-775-9595.
Don't miss.
All right. How do you want? I'm so excited. I don't know what to do, bud. All right, so let's just tell people who are just joining us. We got Peter LaFlush in the studio, one of our finalists for the most interesting man in Connecticut, and also Mike Harris, the other finalist. We went through a grueling search this week, right?
We did, but it was fun.
It was a lot of fun. The prize pack includes a $100 gift certificate to Mystery Inc. Tattoo, a pair of tickets to the Ridgefield Playhouse, 10-pack of tickets to the Danbury Titans game. We got a pair of tickets to Hat City on Tap, our big event, $50 gift certificate to Chihuahua's Deli, $100 gift certificate to Holy Smoke in Mayapack, and we're going to give the winner an I-95 swag bag. Joseph, my friend, don't go changing. Are you ready to deliver the message and tell people who is the most interesting man in Connecticut?
Well, this is actually a comeback victory. The winner was down by about 6 votes at one point, even though then it stayed neck and neck. And within the last, I'd say, minute of taking phone calls, Mike Harris is the most interesting man in Connecticut. Listen, the vote, he won by 2 votes, bro.
2 votes.
2 votes. 38-36.
Congrats, brother.
Congrats, guys. A couple of very interesting gentlemen. But not to worry for Peter. He could sell a painting for about 10 grand a clip. So
No big deal.
I really want them both to win. I never feel like that. I never feel like there should be a tie, but I think we nailed this one. I think
did you want to give Peter like a stuffed teddy bear or something?
I'd like a hug.
You want to cry a little bit?
Like a hug. Let's start passing out the Dos Equis. Let's all have a drink together.
Thanks,
Pamela, you want to
Do you need me to open
have a
them up?
Dos Equis with us?
Yeah, they need to be all
Yeah, the most interesting man in Connecticut has a beer bottle opener on his belt. Shocker. From Buffalo. Hashtag Buffalo things.
That's a little worrisome.
He's popping bottles on his schwanz. Tammy, here you go.
All right.
There you go. Get yourself a schwanz
How come we're not
Dos
filming
Equis.
this?
Well, because we're not filming it. We're going to actually drink a beer
Yeah,
together.
hold on a second, please.
Everybody,
we should do that again?
all right, everybody, calm down. Calm down.
Calm down.
Everybody, all right, everybody, shut up. So listen. So being the most interesting man in Connecticut, you'd think you'd have some interesting stories. We should have just asked them about interesting stories. Mike happened to have an interesting story about our buddy Joey Etch, who's our digital managing editor. And these two are buddies, and we didn't know it. And apparently, years ago, when the first time they had met, Joe is wasted, sitting in a bubble chair. Do I have that correct? Like a blow-up chair, like a Miller Lite chair, something like that. And Mike tells him, if you're going to puke, man, if you're sick, you better go outside. And he just starts throwing up in his hand. And one of the buddies goes, that hand is full, man. You might
my cousin Paul, it was his house, and I think he's actually listening right now, so he's probably laughing very hard.
Let's give it up to Mike. Cheers to Mike, the most interesting man in Connecticut.
I-95, thank you, guys.
There you go.
All right, and Peter's art is amazing. Follow him on Facebook.
Thank you very much, man.
Oh, my God.
I want to thank you guys for everything.
You want to get him a stuffed teddy bear?
Oh, that's good. I never had it. I don't think I've ever had a Dos Equis before.
I know.
We're getting nothing done today. I'll tell you that much right now.
Look at this.
All right, Ethan, you good? You're filming that?
Weird.
Sean's bottle popping?
Weird.
E, I need you to sit down for a second.
I'll walk out.
And give me, give me the Burger King crown. We'll put that on Mike's head.
All right.
Here you go. And then, Ethan, now sit down. Sit down. I want to hear your thoughts before we go to the break.
What do you want to hear my thoughts on?
I want to hear what I've been talking a lot. What do you think? How did it go?
My thoughts are is that we had the best two contenders that we could have had.
Right.
Except we could have brought the guy in who said, because I'm great.
Do you want to play? We should go out with that. Put the shortcut up. We're going to go out with the...
Okay.
This is the most interesting man supercut is what I call it.
Thanks for everybody who participated and voted, and thanks to you guys for coming in.
And these are actually probably
gentlemen.
the least interesting people. And that's broken.
Okay.
Fantastic. Are you kidding me?
That doesn't work? I-95.
There we go. Hold
Okay.
on. I'll cue it up again.
We're ready.
All right, this is the most interesting man supercut of all the losers.
Bye. What's going on with you?